Welcome to Fiberglass. Fiberglass, people. We are doing an oldie but a goodie. Fiberglass here. Why? What is fiberglass? Alright. So, fiberglass, old school system here. And it was used mainly before gel. That's essentially what it does. It was a super thin fabric that was used to create strength over people's natural nails when they didn't necessarily want to go through the chemical process of acrylic and everything else. It was also relatively easy to take off at home, as I'm understanding it. So let's get into that process. So what we're going to do is rough up the nail as much as possible, just to create a good adhesive surface that we're going to do. Brush off the dust there. I have pre-measured a part of the fiberglass myself, and we're going to go ahead and place that directly onto the nail plate. Go ahead and tack that down. The ones that I'm using specifically are from Shiba nails, so they are self-adhesive, which is very helpful in this process for smoothing and everything else here. So we're going to go ahead and put that down and trim off the excess that you have on the bottom of the nail. You want to leave a little bit of an edge because it is going to wrap the free edge a little bit, just to help create that strength there, but we're going to leave most of it off. Okay, so now that we have trimmed up a little bit, we're going to create the first line of the resin. So we want to take it and run it straight down the middle, run one directly on the right, run one directly on the left, and use the nozzle to drag it around, just like so. Once you feel it is soaked in all the way around, you're going to go ahead and place your plastic bag right over top just to make it a nice flush line, and run it all the way down the bottom. We're then going to tack the bottom edge like I was mentioning. We're going to go ahead and then spray it with resin activator. Just once, and let that dry. It smells like strawberries. It's lovely. Then for Shiba's Nails direction, we're going to go ahead and apply a second layer of the glue over top of, or excuse me, the resin over top of the fiberglass itself. So this layer I like to put on a little heavier just to make sure it is filled in everywhere it needs to go and is flush before spraying the resin activator. Now it's just been sprayed 4 to 6 away. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the top of my resin cap. And while I wait for this to dry, I just put all materials back where they are supposed to go. I tend to keep my instructions for everything just because there's a lot of systems that you use, and you want to make sure that you are keeping track of them and using them properly, because things do change, people. They can, they have, they will. Alright. So, now that our resin is dried, we're going to go in with the file and just make sure that we have smoothed out any edges that may have raised up or anything because of the fiberglass. Usually that's just around the very edge of the nail. And go ahead and file in what nail shape that you were going for. I want you to keep in mind that when you're using fiberglass, you are still dramatically close to the person's natural nail plate. So you want to treat it almost as if it is a natural nail plate, as opposed to an enhancement. Be gentle, in other words. We're just going to file that down, make everything nice and flush. Without polishing off the enhancement. So we just want to make sure that it's all nice and done, so when we put polish over top of it, we still have a very strong nail plate, but we haven't created any dips or gaps in the nail that's going to show up afterwards. Once you're done and happy with it, dust off the excess. And you can go ahead in and paint your nails. Today we're using a Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. On this one, that's it, folks. It's very easy, fiberglass. Just make sure, just like everything else, you're filed around your edges, and it's a basic nail. It's an old school technique. That's a oldie but a goodie. When you go to fix things to do it, you want to do it with the same technique, but all you're going to do is cut out a strip of the fiberglass and place it directly where you need it to fix. There's particular people that would rather it be used as their own nail. Charge accordingly. But I specifically use fiberglass if something has broken on the natural nail. You can then go ahead and place any enhancements that you want over top of the fiberglass, which is very helpful in regards to them coming in for a full set or something. Say that they had gel nails and one of them cracked or something underneath, and we need to create some support somehow, and so we can go ahead and put fiberglass underneath and put the enhancement over top of it. Glue sticks to glue. Though I would recommend if someone's breaking a gel nail like that they switch over to acrylic, or you examine your particular application and stuff and make sure that it's not something that you are doing yourself with their application. Make sure your prep and everything is well done, because gel is finicky. It is very, very finicky. Alright folks, we have cleaned up our edge. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a second coat here. Just because it's nail polish. Leave that to sit dry and really nice. And like I said, that's it folks. You can go over it with another enhancement. Once this polish itself dries, I'll go over it with a gel top coat just to seal it in, make their polish last a little bit longer, and give them a little extra strength. So there is your finished fiberglass. There we are.